Alright guys, Mecha-san here, and we got the Godzilla 2 trailer, King of the Monsters. First new Godzilla. I liked that Godzilla movie. Very much so. People complain that, oh, Godzilla's barely in it, but it's like, okay, go back to the 50s movie, like the original movie, and tell me, what's the screen time of Godzilla? In fact, yeah, how much screen time does Godzilla have in that movie? In fact, and also tell me how deep in that movie did you go before Godzilla makes his appearance or full appearance or whatever? Yeah, that movie was playing homage to that first movie in a way with how they played with Godzilla. And hey, I thought it was great here, and that final move of Godzilla does to the Muto were right down its throat. Atomic breath down its throat. That was like, holy shit. That made the wait worth it, in my opinion. And of course, there's there's this stupidity / joke of the whole, like, they had electronics back in ancient times and everything. That's why they generate this radiation, this EMP field. Oh god, it's peace, guys. I know it's hard to tell when the joke begins or the stupidity starts here, because they establish that these are ancient creatures from a time when radiation was like the commonality on Earth here, where they were incredibly high levels and thereby affected life. All life pretty much emits higher than normal radiation back then, like the Muto here. I mean, even we emit a form of radiation, right? Always, but they are low level. They're like low background levels here to what we have today. But back then, apparently, it's like ridiculously, because Earth was far more radioactive. As such, life was far more radioactive. So yeah, I mean, okay. So they made sense. They explained the movie. Not my fault people weren't paying attention. Or the movie's fault. But anyhow, yes. This Kong, of course, was also still in the same universe. And a friend of mine told me that Rodan is gonna make an appearance in this movie, which... Seriously, dude? Seriously? I mean, kind of a big deal, and you spoiled that for me. Maybe I agreed to, because I'm not that big. I'm not that big with spoilers and everything. Still, I mean, he told me a little too much. So let's take a look here.
Okay. Our world is changing. The mass extinction we feared
that's not Monarch, but
has already begun.
Sudden shift in the winds.
And we are the cause. We are the infection.
Oh, that's not good.
But like all living organisms, the Earth unleashed a fever to fight this infection. Its original and rightful rulers.
This song, damn.
The Titans.
The Titan.
For thousands of years, these creatures have remained in hiding around the world.
In hibernation.
And unless all the Titans are found...
A dragon? Like an Eastern dragon?
Perish, and so will we.
It's sort of like in
only guarantee
Kingsman.
That life will carry on.
Like, remember in Kingsman how Samuel Jackson's character says that when we get sick, we get a fever to burn away the sickness. Mothra! Holy crap, that's beautiful. Rodan!
You are out of your goddamn mind!
I am sorry, but this is the only way.
Holy crap.
You're a monster. I'm sorry.
King Ghidorah.
Long live the king.
Long live Godzilla. Okay. Alright, so from what I get, there is an extinction level event that's happening, and the only way to prevent it is to unleash these titans, these giant monsters, Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah. Just unleash them all in the world and they'll stop it. And as well as cause tremendous damage and loss of life, but let's see. A couple, it's another case of, yeah, when faced with obvious extinction, any option is preferable. So, it seems that the best, if not the only option, will still lead to God knows how many deaths, but the human race will still survive. Naturally, of course, the government does not like this option here. Does not like the fact that all these people will die. Like, probably half, or not, if not more, of the people will die. So they want to take the matters into their own hands and just not trust nature at all. Because that's what humans do. We like to solve the problem ourselves because we think we really are the gods of the world. Oh well, I mean, Mothra was just like I think the wings look bigger here than they did in the old Tokusatsu show movies. King Ghidorah's here. I mean, I'm curious to know. I mean, it looks like they found an ancient temple. I'm wondering when Kong is gonna appear. I mean, they established in the movie he was still growing, so how big? So he's gotta be obviously as big as Godzilla full size, I'm assuming, because they want to make Kong versus Godzilla. Okay, we got Rodan, of course. Looked like he was sleeping inside of a mountain. We saw like some sort of ancient undersea temple. Well, I'm assuming Atlantis, and I'm assuming that clip of that other Muto who was about to they were about to do the How to Train Your Dragon like a Bond thing. That was Gamera. That'd be awesome. It's Gamera. So yeah, I mean, and I'm obviously I can't help but notice that frozen in the ice that either looked like a Chinese dragon or maybe that's actually King Ghidorah frozen. I don't know. And we just saw one of his heads who was close to the wall of the ice. I don't know, but one thing I can't help but notice, wow, it's gonna be hard to see, isn't it? Like, I'm talking about visually, because a lot of shots here are at night or in extremely dark places. The only illumination we got is very unreliable bioluminescent blue. And of course we see the orange of fire, we got dust clouds. So we won't be able to see them in like the daylight. So there won't be any broad daylight battles or encounters, or which kind of sucks, really. I mean, this is Legendary we're talking about here, where Pacific Rim 2 Uprising, say what you will. I mean, they've gotten so good with CGI that they could make robot versus monster battles in broad daylight, and they look great in my opinion. But they're still not comfortable with having all these iconic monsters. And maybe people will find flaws in the CGI to rash on. It sounds stupid saying it out loud, but sadly, I know the fan base for Godzilla and all the iconic kaijus. They're rabid. They're rabid about this stuff here, so oh well, what can you do? So everyone, thank you for watching. You know the drill. Comment down below what you all thought. Like, subscribe for more videos. And of course, I got a Discord server now, and support me on Patreon. Until then, this is Mecha-san, logging out.